Okay guys, so the first step in this tutorial, I'm going to create my source of data. I'm using the JSON format. So I am creating a text file called cars.json. It's just a text file in the JSON file format, and using the Python syntax you can see I've got the opening and closing square brackets, so it's a list of dictionaries. Here's my dictionary. There's one tuple, one record. So I've got brand, model and type as the keys, and then the values are in brown. Okay, and so I've got saloons, hatchbacks, SUVs. It's a bunch of 10 different cars. Right, now let's look at the program. I'm going to need JSON, so I'm importing the JSON library. Actually, I don't need OS path at the moment. That's to check if a file exists, so I'm not using that at this point. Okay, so I'm using lots of functions. I'm creating a main function, and in my main function I'm going to run the other function. So inside the main, run the list cars function, and then here we go at the bottom, I'm running the main. Which, as you know, you don't need to do inside Python, but it's going to help modularize your code, and that's going to help make problem solving easier, troubleshooting easier. Let's have a look at the first function. So list cars is the function I'm calling. Cars equals load data. So I'm going to create a variable called cars, and it's going to run the function load data. So let's have a look at load data. So hopping out into the load data function, and then we're using the with as method of reading a file. This means we don't have to use the close syntax. It will automatically manage trying to find the file and closing it. So we're going to open the cars.json file and save it in the variable f. F is apparently the default variable name for this syntax, so we're going to use f. And then I've created a variable stuff. I'm going to load all of the JSON data into stuff and then return stuff. So stuff will go into cars, passing those variables into each other from one to the other. And we notice that we're not using file open and read. We're using the loads JSON function because we've imported JSON. Back to the list cars function now. So cars equals the stuff, and now we're going to loop through each of the cars. Define main list cars, so hopefully it's going to list the cars. Over to the terminal, I'm going to use Python 3 to run the program, and Yahoo, it has successfully programmed that out. So in here, just to illustrate, I'm going to brand : type : save that, run the program again, and ooh, isn't that pretty? Remember, we could add in page returns after each one of these. Save that, and there we have our different cars.